Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. This one got cut off, but I was basically at the end of it anyway. So, very good, very strong. If you're into lavenders, this one I did go back through my YouTube videos and see that I did talk about sweet sage scent, that lavender cream. So, that was my last scent by scent review 2 weeks ago. If you want to go back and look at that, but if not, again, that's another lavender that I approve of as well, that I like. And then on to this. So today was my first day melting this strawberry lemon blossom. This is good and cured. It's two of these crowns that was in here. I just melted one, and I melted it in my candle air. It is pretty strong. It's the lemon. I don't know what blossom smells like. I don't smell per se any strawberry, but the lemon in this is very strong. It is a clean type lemon. I really don't like this scent. I'm actually ready to I was actually looking at ready to dump it, but what I did was, in my other candle air warmer, I melted this one in my kitchen, and I did that on purpose because I didn't want to smell it too much unless I went into my kitchen or was walking through the dining room. So I didn't want that to be the dominant scent in the house, because on cold sniff I wasn't really feeling it. But you know, you may always get a different scent once you warm it, and so that's why I wanted to try it. But not my favorite. It was throwing at, and I just used one crown, and I'm thinking this is maybe like anywhere from a half an ounce to maybe an ounce, if that. But I just sliced it long ways down, and it was throwing at about an 8 in the kitchen. As you know, the candle air warmers burns out the scent pretty quickly. So with most scents, I get about a good 8 hours from some of them. If I turn it back on the next day, depending on how long I've had the warmer running, I may get a little bit more scent out of it the next day. But for the most part, if I'm melting in the candle air, say I start melting around 10 o'clock, basically by the end of the night, the scent is going to be all sucked up. And what I mean by the end of the night, I want to say about 8, 9 o'clock. For the most part, the scent is all sucked up and gone. So I just end up turning it on the next morning just to melt the wax if I don't dump it out that night, the night before. Dump it and replace something else. So I would say with the candle air warmers that I have experienced, for most of the wax vendors, if not all, you will get anywhere from 8 to 12 hours out of it. But I have not been getting any more unless I start melting like really late in the day. Let's say like 2 or 3 o'clock. Then I maybe can cut it off that night, or my daughter cut it off, and the next morning I may get a little bit more scent out of it, but it's not much longer. It's only going to be a couple of hours, if that, and then it's going to be time to dump it again. So, and it all depends on the strength of the scent. If it's like a really, really strong scent, like Rose Girls, I have a Rose Girls loaf with pear blue Hawaiian. It's a pear blue Hawaiian smoothie blend. That sucker, everybody knows blue Hawaiian is a very, very strong scent. So that one, it can go all day, and I turn it on and maybe get a little bit more scent out of it. But if it's just an average scent, or a medium to a light to medium scent, you ain't getting no 2 days out of it. You lucky to get 8 to 12 hours. It's a 30-watt warmer, so it burns out pretty quick. I did notice that. So anywho, I melted this today too, Rainbow Fluff Cake. Y'all know I love it. I still love it. It still smells the same. a nice lemon marshmallow birthday cake, warm but with that lemon scent, and it really overmasked this scent, which I was hoping for. This is in the candle air in my living room, and I just melted the one tart. I don't waste a lot of wax anymore, knowing that you still are not going to get a longer throw from those candle airs. It's just going to end up burning off all the other wax. So as long as I get a good throw for a couple of hours and I can still smell it, I just use the 1 ounce or ounce and a half or whatever, the one tart, especially my good stuff that is hard for me to get, like rainbow melts. I'm not using no 2 tarts of that. I did in the past, but not now. And this is going at, shoot, I might be even smelling it in here in the office. Shoot, this was going at a good 8 in the candle air. And like I said, I just put the one tart. So we'll see how long it takes before it burns out. And in my next scent to scent, I'll try to remember to come in with an update on these two when they burned out. The next one is no label on it, but this is a Melted Confections. This was a pear. It was a very small tart that she threw in for free, and I wanted to try her pear, and so she was nice enough to throw that in for free. And it was a very nice pear, but it was very light. I do have a second one, so I'm going to let that sit for a while before I melt that one. But it was very light. It was sweet. It was very nice. I did like it, but I just need for it to be a little bit stronger and to last a little bit longer. But again, she just had poured these wax. It was a 318. Was it? Yeah, it was a 318 pour date. Her stuff, in my opinion, needs about a month to cure. She did change over her wax formula, so she was hoping to get a better and longer throw out of her wax with the 2-week cure time. But this was probably, when I melted it, maybe just at 2 weeks or a little bit, a day or two over 2 weeks. I think it was either 318 or 314 that she made those, so I don't know. But it was very light, and I did melt that in my Pink Zebra 18 watt warmer, and it was just a small tart, so maybe it could have been that I needed 2, because, you know, it was a sample. But the scent was very nice. I would order it from her because I did like it, but it was just really light, and it could be I needed to use more, but I didn't want to use more because I only have one left. So blah, that's that. Then I got Butterfly Lane Frosted Lemon Sugar Cookie. I used this, where did I use this at? In one of the candle air warmers. Again, it was Lick the Air Good. It spread all through the house, very strong. I did use the whole thing because it went into the candle air warmer. So it's only 1.4 ounces. I like to put at least 1.5 ounces in the candle air warmer. This sucker threw at like a 10. Y'all know any warmer, any place in my house, Butterfly Lane scent is always going to do well. Even in that stupid Glade warmer, it walks out of my laundry room and up and down my boys' hallway, and even, you know, down the stairs at times. So that's Butterfly Lane scent. You know, she gonna always be a 10 out of 10. Then, yes, I did. Even though I just got these, you know, I had to test out my Rising Star scents, and I want to say I like, because she just poured this stuff and it did very well. Kind of reminded me of Front Porch, where you can melt it as soon as you get it and still get a great performance from it. I thought that I didn't think I was going to like this because it was too bubblegummy for me. But when I melted it, the sweetness in the sugar cookies came out. It was a very nice blend. So this will be staying in my stockpile. I did melt this in the candle air warmer. I just melted one bunny. I just cut it up. And again, it did very well. It went for a good 8 to 12 hours. Steady, you know, steady flow. I smelled it, you know, walking into my office. So yeah, I was like, oh, okay now. She doing something now. She doing something now. She talking to me. I like when I could get a wax and I could just melt it. I hate curing, cause y'all know I'm impatient, and so I want stuff that I could just pull out the bag and get a great performance from, and not have to let it sit for a month, 2 years, you know. So I'm liking her. I would definitely get in. I can't do the scent shot thing, the rat race. I just can't stand it, and she don't have cart hold, I don't think so. Her very, very good scents, when she do those RTS, they go really, really quick for her scent shots. So I just would prefer to do her customs, and she gets the stuff. It seems like she's moving very quickly through her customs. I'm not sure how many people ordered, but she is getting them out, and she's taking pictures of the orders and tagging you to them. And so you know, so you can see your order, but as well as know that, you know, it's going out and it's ready. And so that's another nice little, you know, touch that she does. But this one, and this is a Glitterati dupe, this bubblegum sugar cookies. I forgot what it's called by Glitterati, but I wanted to try it. It sounds interesting. I've been getting into the sugar cookie scent, and you know, just wanted to try that. So I'm glad that I tried it. I really do like that. I would get it again. What is this? Lemon pound cake, 7-Up pound cake, marshmallow birthday cake. This was really nice. I was a little bit worried about this too, because the 7-Up pound cake was very strong. And this, y'all know I don't like limey scents. You know, 7-Up pound cake is a lemon lime. And I'm like, okay. But I said, let me melt it. And the more I kept sniffing it, you can smell the zucchini. You could definitely smell a 7-Up pound cake, but you can smell the warmness from the lemon pound cake as well. The lemon note from the lemon pound cake. It was a beetle that I had. Her chunks are pretty big. The beetle was pretty big. I did melt that here in my office in this 20-watt Yankee candle, and it did very well. I actually smelled that thing for 2 days. This scent was so strong. I was able to smell it for 2 days. I melted it the first day, and then, you know, I let it go all day. The second day I came and cut it back on, and I said, let me see if I'm going to get some more scent out of this thing, because I'm using a regular warmer. It's just a 20-watt, and it went for a good while the second day. So I'm very impressed, and I'm liking Rising Star scents so far. This one is another one. It's a pistachio pudding cake, zucchini bread, vanilla bean Noel. This one was very nice too. I melted this in a candle air warmer. I believe in my kitchen I melted this one, and it did nicely. It seemed like my kitchen is kind of like, it reminds me something to my bathroom upstairs. Like, some scents can really like just get drowned out in my kitchen, and that's because you're cooking, you know, and stuff like that. But this one did pretty good. It did okay in my kitchen. I don't think I would put it back in my kitchen warmer again, because it didn't last. By the end of the night, the scent was gone, or it was just washed out maybe from my cooking. I'm not 100% sure, but it was steady. It was strong. I was able to smell it into the dining room, of course, the pantry area, and even into the foyer a little bit, and it was nice. It's not cherry heavy at all, which I cannot stand. With pistachio, the 7-Up, the zucchini bread, and the vanilla bean Noel warms it up very nicely without taking away from the pistachio pudding cake. So that's my review. Hopefully I could get this up with no hiccups or anything like that, but Rising Star scent gives a thumbs up. I do like her stuff. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please leave your comments in the box below. Don't forget to share the video on Google+. Give me a thumbs up. Peace.